Do any of these places sound familiar? St. Matthew's United Methodist Church, Gibsonville Elementary School, New Eastern Guilford High School, and the Corbett Annex Recreation Center at North Carolina A&T? Well, all of them have one thing in common. Sharon Graeber. Check it out.
Recently, I obtained my interior designer's license in the state of North Carolina. I had stayed away from that on purpose because it was hard enough being a black female architect to be accepted as an architect.
Since 1989, Sharon Graeber has been indulged in the nitty-gritty of designing buildings as a registered architect.
I grew up an only kid, so building dollhouses out of boxes was my little forte.
Her dad planted seeds of inspiration.
Even though I wanted to pursue a career in a field that wasn't traditionally for women, he never said never.
Graeber says in the 80s it was also an untraditional space for African Americans.
I was the only black female, only black, to get a master's in architecture that year.
As a kid growing up in Greensboro during integration, Graeber says she and her neighbors who were also African American would dream of success.
We used to get together and talk about what we were going to be when we grew up. And so far that neighborhood has generated a judge, a cardiac surgeon, a radiologist, a general practitioner, and 2 more architects.
Graeber has been the architect behind several buildings across town, like the Gibsonville Elementary Replacement School.
My mom had taught school there, and she retired from there, and she passed in 1998. To be able to come back and do the replacement as part of a joint venture with the Adams Group. Graham Adams was the TA when I was in school at NC State.
A full circle moment for Graeber, from a young girl dreaming to living out her architectural dreams.
You know what's in your heart, you know what's in your spirit. If your spirit's telling you you want to create, you want to draw, you want to help others, go for it.
She is so amazing. She gave me this book that kind of is a review of all the great things she's done over the years. And at the end, she has a quiz. Sorry, I can't get my words today. Quiz about how to plan your dreams. And I just thought it was so cool because she's helping to inspire others to make sure they're thinking about their future in the way her father and her mother made her do.
You know that
impressive.
you are an accomplished person when there is a book
60
detailing.
pages.
I was gonna say, it's pretty
60-page
thick
book
too.
detailing your work over the years.
Yes, yes. I don't have a book. I might be like 3 pages or so.
Yeah, how was it being in her presence? Because I
She
was
was
just
so
in
sweet.
awe just listening to her story.
So I will be honest with you guys, that whole interview was actually 30 minutes of her sharing stories of experiences growing up during integration and having to, be involved in that as an African American and the sit-ins and such. She was a part of watching that and observing that as a young kid. And so she kind of broke that down and, traveling and being embraced as a female, but then also an African American, because even today, there's only about 40 in America.
Female architects
that are black.
Yes.
Yep, that are black. So, I mean, we're talking a very small margin when there's hundreds of thousands of architects, but that's still less than 1%, and she's a part of that less than 1%. And she came from an era where African Americans weren't expected to do much at all.
Oh, wow.
So I think it was such a profound story. I wish I could tell more, but she was truly amazing.
Yeah, definitely an inspiring story, and I hope that there's some young girls and boys out here that are tuning into this story that might be interested in architecture. Like you said, there's not a lot of people, but seeing someone like this that says, go for your dreams, if you like to draw, you can do it.
You can.